I would actually like to give our viewers an opportunity to get to know you a little bit. And have you ever played the game This or That?
I have not. No.
Okay, well, it's not painful. It doesn't hurt, I promise. It's very simple. I give you 2 words or phrases, and you pick the one that, hits you closest, that you prefer, and then tell me why. So I'm
Okay.
gonna give you a really easy one first.
Okay.
Car or bike?
Bike. Uh,
Really?
yeah, yeah. I've had the good fortune of living in some really nice cities that were very bike friendly. And I lived in Baltimore, for example, and I discovered Baltimore Bike Party, which is a monthly meetup of hundreds of people who ride bikes, and you'd ride through the city. There's usually a couple of bikes that have big stereo, massive stereos in a trailer. It's this bike party. You'll stop under a bridge and have a dance party, and then you sort of end up at a bar somewhere, and it's this great communal urban bike ride. And then I moved to Boston. There's Boston Bike Party that does the same thing. And again, Boston is very bike friendly. You can see so much and experience so much in that city. And then in Dublin, where I was living for the last several years, very bike friendly. I would ride out to the Irish Sea and hang out and have some gorgeous, amazing scenery. But now that I live in Texas, it's less bike friendly. Um, Generally, actually, I take that back. In San Antonio, there's quite a brand new bike trail that goes around the entire city. It's just that it's so bloody hot.
Hot.
Yeah, it's well over 100 degrees in the summer, and I can't imagine. You find my skeleton on the side of that on the
Yep.
side of that trail.
That's the hard part about biking in Texas. So that, and it's not flat. People think that
No,
Texas is flat. It is not flat. I'm gonna take a wild guess that I know the answer to this one. Watching sports or playing sports?
playing sports.
See, I
Yeah,
figured that one after the first answer.
yeah. No offense, and I hope I don't offend anybody saying this, but like I know friends of mine who will watch golf or watch tennis on TV, and my brain cannot wrap itself around why anyone would spend time doing that. Like I'd rather play tennis or play golf, it, badly, I might add, but I can't sit and watch the game. I can't
I
sit still
can
that long.
watch football. I can't watch tennis.
I love watching my kids' games, my grandchildren play sports. So to go to those games and watch them, work their little guts out. And,
Totally different. Totally
yeah,
different situation.
yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, here we go. Now,
Okay.
see, this one I don't know the answer to because it's both activity. Roller coasters or water slides?
Oh wow, that's a tough one. I love roller coasters, but I like water slides a lot too. I would say roller coasters.
Really?
Yeah, because water slides, I'm thinking I went to Paradise Island in the Bahamas some years ago, and there's this sort of pyramid kind of
Mhm.
ride with this vertical, like water slide. Like you get in the tube like this, and then you drop like vertically, and you're barely touching anything, and then you slide into a acrylic tube, a clear acrylic tube, and you go through the tube that's underneath, that's in a pool full of sharks. So you're sliding and you look around and there's all these sharks swimming around you, and then you come out into the pool at the end. It's a pretty exciting ride, but it's very, very brief and it's frightening. It's crazy scary. But roller coasters give you more of an experience, and they're scary, especially the cranking up and then the cresting that first hill, and then the vertical descent. When I was in the Army, I was a helicopter pilot. And when I would go on roller coasters before and after that experience, when I was a kid, before I was in the Army, and then after, during and after I was in the Army, I always imagined I was in the roller coaster, which was my cockpit for my fighter jet. And we were really doing like aerial maneuvers. So, and I was proud that as part of flight training, we had to learn how to handle G forces. You don't do a lot of G's in helicopters per se, but you learn how to clear your ears and how to breathe to withstand G forces. And I would do all those things because I was really sort of into this whole aerial combat, kind of imaginary aerial combat, while I was on the roller coaster. So that was a bit of a thrill too. It wasn't just getting jerked around, but I was actually, top gunning or something that. So that made it a lot of fun, as well.
That's great. Angry client or angry coworker?
That is, a tough one too. Wow. I think, angry client, anger, or an angry client, a conflict. We tend to want to avoid that, right? But what I've experienced, and I'm sure many people have as well, is that sometimes conflict clears the air of the misunderstandings, the assumptions, the expectations, the things that were unspoken. And so, with an angry client, there's lots of opportunity for that misunderstanding. And, oh, I thought you were going to do this, and I thought we could do that. I thought it meant this, and I thought you were going to deliver it by then. And and so there's some learning. And so with an angry client, you're also, uh, for me, I personally feel a bond to listen, to understand, and really learn from the experience and build a relationship. And sometimes a little conflict can clear the air and strengthen a bond.